Though this is a profoundly human story that begins for many in some of Central America's poorest and most violent countries, then moves north from crossing points along Mexico's southern border to border towns in this country. We are in both places tonight, starting with Gary Tuchman, who's live on the Mexico-Guatemala border. Gary?
Anderson, when people cross from Mexico into the United States, they have to do it clandestinely. It's potentially dangerous and expensive. They hire coyotes that cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. But right now I'm in Guatemala. This is a river that separates Guatemala from Mexico across the way, and these are rafts that you see in the river. All you need here, it's not expensive. All you need here is a little more than $1 to get on the raft. It's easy and it's open. This is the Suchiate River, which separates Mexico from Guatemala. Right now we're in Guatemala, the westernmost part of the country, across the river, the southernmost part of Mexico. And you can see throughout this river, there are rafts of people who are trying to get across the border, and they're doing it very easily. This is very unlike the border going to the United States, where you have to be secret about it. I want to give you a look here to give you an idea of how open this is. There are police here. There are police all over here, and no one minds that people are going across the river from here in Guatemala into Mexico. You can see this family of three, a mother, father, and their little boy. They told me a short time ago they're getting ready to go on this raft. The rafts are made of these huge inner tubes, and they're getting ready to go across from here in Guatemala into Mexico. They're hoping also to get into the United States. This river is active from sunrise to sunset, and in addition to all the police being here not caring that people are crossing from here in Guatemala to Mexico, what's really amazing is about a mile in this direction is the official border station. The official border station is right down there, so even though the Border Patrol people for Guatemala and Mexico work over there, they don't seem to care either. This is just a very active business, and the going rate right now for crossing is the equivalent of $1.30. And this is the family we just met, the little child and his parents. The man in the red shirt with the stick, he's the pilot of this raft, and he's the guy who just got the $1.30. Typically what happens, they will go to the other side, they will go into Mexico. There are taxis and vans and also bicycle taxis on the other side, which will take them in a lot of cases to a nearby city in Mexico called Tapachula. In Tapachula, they stay in shelters and then try to figure out where to go from there. But it is a long way from Tapachula, Mexico, the southern part of Mexico, right near here, to the United States. It could take them weeks to get there, if they get there successfully, and that's an open question. The police are not only friendly here, they're actually encouraging us to go for a ride in one of the rafts. They're saying, yeah, go into Mexico. So we are. And this is our skipper.
Peluco.
This is Peluco. Peluco, we paid him $1.30 already to go on the raft with him. Peluco, is this a fun job? Divertido?
That's fun.
Fun? Fácil? Easy?
Easy job.
You like taking people into Mexico?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, well, people leave Guatemala, come with Peluco, he takes them to Mexico, and then if they succeed, they end up in the United States. But if you do this in the Rio Grande in Texas, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You can't do it in front of cops. But here with Peluco, you can do it in front of everybody. Peluco is now taking us into Mexico, but unlike most of the people on this river, we're going to head back into Guatemala and spend the next couple of hours watching people continue to cross this river, heading north.
I mean, it's amazing just in this leg, Gary, how easy it is. Are people on the rafts you talk to, though, are they worried about what's ahead of them? I mean, you've seen, kids riding on the top of trains. It's incredibly dangerous. A lot can happen to these kids along the way.
Yeah, we've been here for a couple of hours, Anderson. This young lady right here, she's about to head to Mexico. She wants to eventually meet her family in the United States. She's a little shy right now. People we've been talking to aren't scared. They're a bit apprehensive, they're anxious, they're nervous, they're excited. But everyone we've talked to knows someone who successfully made it to the United States and says they have a better life there, and that's why they want to do it too. One more thing I want to tell you, Anderson, just to make clear, the coyotes who take you from Mexico to the United States charge hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars. But here, that doesn't happen. I mean, you can cross for free in some spots. You can walk across some of the water, it's so shallow, but right here, literally, is $1.30. That's all it takes to get into Mexico and start your journey to the United States.
Wow, Gary, appreciate that. Thanks very much. From that border.